What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Figure It Out of the Basement's Black Series Talk Show. I'm Nate, joined with Justin.
What's up, guys?
And today, the Black Series is changing.
It is changing forever. Hit like, subscribe if you are new. We are always talking about the Black Series here on the channel. Nate, my friend, there have been developments in this Black Series collecting hobby.
That's true.
We basically just have some peak coming.
That's right.
And it's things that I never ever thought would happen.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm still in disbelief on a few of these things. And if this is a direction that the line is headed in, I'm in.
Yep.
I'm strapped in for it.
Yeah, there's been tons of great stuff recently, from character selection to deluxe figures to these new play sets.
Scene
vignettes.
sets.
Vignettes that are coming. We're going to just kind of really just talk about all this stuff because it seems like the Black Series is changing once again, and I think it's heading in a really, really great direction.
Right, because we are always going to have issues.
Of course.
Any line is always going to have its issues, so you could watch this video and be like, oh, but you guys always talk about thigh swivel or the lack of dark washes on figures, you know, brightly colored plastics and whatnot.
Right.
Those are still issues, and we will still advocate for Hasbro to do better.
Mm-hmm.
But I still think overall, the past month or so has just been pure hype.
Right.
Nate, we have the Anakin and Obi-Wan set in the mail right now coming to us.
Yeah, it was supposed to be here while we were filming this very episode of Figure It Out, but
Right.
it's taken its sweet time. But I think what I want to focus on and start the video out with here is just talking about the recent fan channel waves that we've been getting, kind of going into the character selection side of things.
Shizor?
Right. Shizor is a crazy choice. Never would have thought we would have got him. We're also getting a Dash Rendar finally. We don't have it yet.
True.
But he's on the horizon, and that's also crazy to me. But even more so recently, like Shakti, Luminara, Sebulba.
Which is just a peak wave. We had an episode of Figure It Out a few weeks ago about that wave. It's just an absolute peak wave. Jedi, aliens, uniquely sculpted characters like Sebulba, aliens that we just didn't know we were allowed to want, in the words of Landspeeder Luke. And it's like that mixed with, honestly, some of these recently deluxe figures.
Mm-hmm.
We were talking a little bit earlier today, and I mean, Savage and SM33 are two most recent deluxe figures. They both feel deluxe.
Yeah, I really like both of them. Obviously, Savage has some minor issues, but the two accessories, really good amount of paint on the figure. He may not have thigh swivel, but he's got some really awesome articulation.
True.
And you can really get him into some great dynamic poses. Those butterfly joints, oh, they're so nice.
Oh, yeah. And then SM33, I mean, even though it's not a figure from my shelf, I still appreciate the engineering that goes behind it, like the extendo mode, whatever you call it.
Right, like he does in the show. He goes from like little hunched over robot to big, tall, imposing robot. And they did a really great job with SM33. One of the things that I'm still shocked about is it was awesome they included a stand with him, but you actually don't need it.
Right.
Somehow, some way, SM33 is actually a pretty stable figure, which is just crazy when you think about some of the droids that fall over so easily in this line.
Right. And there's a nice patina, you know, on his metallic, you know, design, and there's accessories, little snowball and the shields and everything, and just, again, the engineering and articulation behind that figure is crazy. Like, the deluxe figures feeling deluxe is a big deal because that's been an issue with Black Series. A lot of deluxe figures in the past have not felt truly deluxe.
Right.
It's been a very common criticism. And now we have the vignette series. I don't know if that's like officially what they're calling this, but as you guys know, we got that Anakin and Obi-Wan Kenobi Revenge of the Sith set revealed. And it was probably the most surprising and shocking just couldn't believe what we were seeing reveal.
Yeah, not only because of the alternate heads and the alternate hands, which may sound crazy to other collectors out there, but in the Black Series, that stuff doesn't happen often.
True.
So, seeing alt heads, seeing alt hands, then we've got swooshing effects.
Multiple for each. It's like 4 blades total for each.
Then, to build off of that, the amazing display stand. Just something that I did not see coming at all. I thought that side of thing would never really happen in the Black Series, especially with the popularity of 3D printing right now. But I love what they've done so far, and obviously anyone out there that 3D prints, it's pretty hard to replicate lava, flames, stuff like that. So the official version just looks so good, and I'm so happy that they're actually giving it to us. It's such an iconic moment in Star Wars, and just think about how that's going to look on the shelf.
Right, that's kind of where my headspace is at right now. And it's like I'm visually redesigning my shelves in my mind. And I'm like, we got to make some changes here.
Well, we both have kind of started to focus our displays to be like scene driven a lot.
Yeah.
And so I think this is awesome because it just like plays into kind of exactly where we're focusing how our displays look by, showing off like the scenes of Star Wars that we love so much.
Right. And it is so much better than Hasbro's previous attempt at this in the Black Series, which was the centerpieces.
Right.
Which were these like super deluxe sets that were environmental pieces, but the figure was a statue.
Yeah.
And they would have like lights, like you would hit a button and it would light up.
Mm-hmm.
But with it being a statue, killed it for me.
100%. I thought that was another instance of being so close to greatness because I like the centerpiece bases. I actually I have the Hoth one in my display. I have the Yavin one in my display. I just took the statue off and put the actual figure that's supposed to be there.
Right. So it seems like this is just such a better version of that concept because you're actually getting figures. I mean, it's a newly sculpted Anakin and a newly sculpted Obi-Wan. Mm-hmm. I was slightly like concerned. I was like, oh, I hope this isn't like a one and done.
Yeah.
Like I hope this like scene building diorama-esque. I wouldn't call it a full-on diorama, but I would call it like it's a scene set.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's I guess vignette would just be the best way to describe it because it's obviously not a scaled diorama. There's no lava river or background rocks, but it's a good start to something like that.
Right.
And not to jump too far ahead, but with the way Eric described the Vader and Luke set that's going to be coming, where it's obviously not exactly a recreation one for one from how it looks in the movie. It's a condensed, interpretation to fit on the shelf. And I think that's kind of what this set, the Anakin and Obi-Wan, is representing. It's representing that scene, but they're doing it on like
it's contained.
Yeah, it's a small enough scale to where it's not going to eat away at your shelf. Because once again, anyone out there that 3D prints 1/12 scale diorama pieces knows they are shelf annihilators.
Right. I mean, we have printed the Tantive 4 hallway. We have printed the Cantina bar. I'm looking at yours over there. And I mean, the Cantina scene alone is taking up an entire shelf. So I absolutely love and support this idea of doing condensed versions of scenes and just making the perfect, just the most beautiful display piece, which is what I think this Obi-Wan and Anakin set is. However, like I said, I was like slightly concerned. I was like, please don't let this be like, because it's an SDCC exclusive, that set. I was like, oh man, I hope they do more of this. Like, I hope this isn't just like a one and done because we've been waiting for redos of those characters forever. A month later, we get another vignette set. Cheaper because it doesn't have all the bells and whistles of all the hands and heads and like swoosh blades and all that.
Which maybe it should have come with some of that stuff.
True.
no fist for Vader?
I'm kind of like, is it like, oh, a more expensive thing, and then we wanted to do a more affordable scene set, vignette set?
No fist for Vader.
Vader needed a fist. But not even, just a little bit over a month later, they reveal Luke Skywalker versus Darth Vader from The Empire Strikes Back, and I was losing my mind.
What obviously got me incredibly hyped was we made a video shortly after the Anakin and Obi-Wan set talking about other sets that they should do. Our number one choice, number one pick was the Bespin Duel.
Right.
And so seeing that immediately, I was just like...
I was not expecting to see it so soon after the Anakin and Obi-Wan set. I mean, like I said, a little over a month later, that's crazy that there's like these two little mini diorama scene sets. And I was just like, is this the future of the Black Series? Like, are we just going to like do more of this type of stuff? Because this is like, aside from vehicles and creatures, it's like one of the most highly desirable things for me. Mm-hmm. I know we're into 3D printing, but I do prefer if there is like an officially licensed, like collectible.
Yeah.
Because like a 3D print is not collectible to me. Not that I care about value, but just the collectability of it. I prefer like the official release if they have it.
No, I understand.
So like for this Empire Strikes Back set, I'm buying it.
Yep.
Even though I'm into 3D printing, and so are you, of course.
Same.
They even spiced it up with giving Vader a wired cape.
Yeah, I was going to mention that if you didn't, because that's another great new thing that we've seen recently introduced into the Black Series. We saw it first on the deluxe Ronin, and now we're seeing it again on Darth Vader. Again, the figure that literally everyone was like, well, if they're going to start doing wired capes, they need to give Vader one.
Yeah.
And they said, okay.
Right. So in this $70 set, you get that as well as this diorama, like the railing and the walkway a little bit, and the pole antenna thing that Vader slashes and it cuts off, and you specifically mentioned that.
Yeah, I was like, it's exactly what I wanted.
Yeah, in the episode to figure it out. And of course, Battle Damage Luke, which was such a high wish list item for so many people, and he looks amazing. The Mark Hamill likeness looks great.
Is that the secret? They gotta
mess him up.
Yeah, he's got to be a little messed up.
It is a mostly newly tooled figure, because the slashes and stuff is sculpted. Mm-hmm. So when you see that does mean it's a new piece. They did take away thigh swivel, but if I'm being completely honest, I don't like that. But if I could get him in a pose just in that diorama and just have that be my like centerpiece of Empire Strikes Back, it'll be worth it.
Right, because they also include the new clash effect as well. Keep including that with stuff. Anytime there's two lightsabers battling against each other in a pack of figures, clash effect.
They have the mold for it, so like...
And now that we know, too, that the lightsabers actually clip into the clash effect,
it's cool.
It doesn't just like loosely hang there, which I was kind of expecting it to just loosely hang there.
Right.
I'm like, that's so awesome, because it's going to help just so much with the stability. Yeah, it's just awesome to see things that we've been asking for years, like prequel trilogy characters. Recently, we've been asking for more stuff like these diorama vignette
and they're not
scenes.
Overpriced either, which for context, Nate, Zach from Black Series Cantina made this great comparison. The carbonized 2-packs were like $75, like, or $70 or whatever. Like the Royal Guard and the TIE Pilot, they were like $70 retail, $35 a piece.
Purge Trooper and Ned B?
Yeah, the Purge Trooper and Ned B I think was more expensive because Ned B's deluxe, and then it's like carbonized. So like,
what were they doing?
These carbonized 2-packs were like $60 to $80. Look what we're getting now for $69.99. That is just crazy to me. I love this new trend of not only multi-packs at a discount, which I say discount, but it's just like what regular retail used to be. But it's no longer just like, oh, two figures are 20 or one figure is 25 times 2, 50. No, like these 2-packs have been either $39.99 or $44.99. So there's been a little bit of a, oh, you're buying more than one figure, so you get a little bit of a discount. I feel like they're slightly applying that to this because the Empire Strikes Back set, I mean, it's straight up the walkway, railings, pole, antenna thing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, one of the most iconic scenes. Scratch that. The most iconic scene in all of Star Wars.
One of the most iconic scenes in cinema. Period.
No, I am your father. That really, like, we should have got the fist. I'm going to give it a knock. I'm going to give it a knock. Should have came with the fist. All right? No, the out of the basement shills, they're just going to eat all the slop up. No. We're still going to have our criticisms.
Yeah, the fist.
Bring back thigh swivel on the Luke and give Vader a fist.
Hey, Vader's got those old legs, so he's got thigh swivel. The duality of man right there.
But it's like the overall presentation and what it's going to look like on the shelf makes the whole thing worth it. And I hope this is a strong sign of the Black Series changing. Because this is what I want. This is the direction I want the line to go. And I'll tell you what, Nate. I think another Black Series purge is on its way because we got to make room for peak.
Yeah, that's true.
I see these sets, I'm like, similar to the Super Battle Droid, how that figure just like inspired me to sell so many of my Black Series because I was like, oh my gosh, all these years, this is what I really want. I'm having that same thing happen again. No, This is what I really want. I got to sell some stuff, make some room.
You know, when you only have so much space to display your figures, you have to boil it down to what you love.
Mm-hmm.
And what we love is PT, OT, Rebels, Clone Wars.
Yeah.
You know, so while stuff like Mando is good, because that's where my mind is going.
Yeah.
Is
I'm not ready to sacrifice my Andor, but
right.
Maybe some other areas.
But, you know, like something like that, I look at it and I'm like, yes, Mando was really good. I enjoyed it, but I don't really watch it. Like, I hardly ever revisit it when I'm still constantly revisiting the original trilogy, prequel trilogy, Rebels, Clone Wars.
That's a really good point.
So
it's a good point.
I look at it and I'm like, yes, I do enjoy Mandalorian. I did really enjoy it when it came out. But for me, as of right now, I'm just kind of like, it doesn't hit like the other stuff that I really love does. So it's just gonna have to leave my shelf because I gotta make room. We didn't even talk about the Palpatine Mace Windu 2-pack, which is also kind of in that same category of
like a scene specific thing. Yeah.
Right. It's
the
almost
lightning. And,
it's almost like they're doing levels to it. Like there's like the base level, which is the Mace and Sidious pack that's coming. Then there's like the upgraded tier, which is like the Luke and Vader, and then there's like the premium tier, which is the Anakin and Obi-Wan.
That's actually a really neat way to put it. I wonder if that's what it is. And if so, I can think of a million other things at these varying levels.
Right. Because they all are doing the same thing, essentially, like making a scene.
Right.
But just at different price points, and they include different things. I would have loved diorama pieces with the Mace and Sidious 2-pack.
True.
But they're going with a Black Series Classic, and like the cardboard background is the backdrop.
Yeah. I'll say it. I want you guys to comment in the comments down below. What are some ideas you guys have? Since we already did this video a few weeks ago, I don't want to just redo that video, but what are some ideas that you guys have? But with this new twist of the varying levels. We got level 1, level 2, and level 3. So why don't you pitch us some ideas on that?
Yeah, we'd love to hear what you think in the comments below.
I'm hyped on this line like I never have been hyped before. I'm really digging these sets. I cannot wait to get Anakin and Obi-Wan.
Yep.
I'm so excited.
We're going to have them soon, so definitely expect a review coming soon, probably next week. Next week's Figure It Out will most likely be the review.
Yeah, I'm getting married, so we kind of have to like schedule things so far out in advance because we're going to be gone.
Yeah.
So and then the next Friday after that, that's going to be like that's going to be old footage.
Ooh.
By the time it comes out, it's going to be like, wow, you guys filmed that 2 weeks ago. Fakers.
But with all that being said, that's all we've got for you on this week's episode of Figure It Out. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, again, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you are new. We're always talking about Star Wars, the Black Series here on the channel. If you are in a position to help support us directly, we do also offer a couple different channel membership tiers. Check those out in the description down below. And while you're there, click the link to join that Discord. We just recently hit 2,000 members in the Discord. Just want to say real quick thank you to everyone who has joined the Discord.
Yes.
It's a really fun place to hang out, just talk figgies, again, with like-minded collectors, and me and Justin are in there too.
We are.
As always, we got to give a huge shout out and a special thank you to all of our current channel members. Your continued support is truly appreciated, and thank you to everyone else out there for watching. I'm Nate. I've been joined with Justin.
See you guys later.
And we will see you all next time on Out of the Basement.